Alright guys, welcome back to another episode on Western Shore, and as promised we are ploughing up the spud ground, ready to put some sugar beet in. And yes, I am very much enjoying the TW lifestyle, except I have to do some minor adjustments to it because for some reason it had a right freak out, so I'd adjusted the hours on it, and I put it up to like 12,500 hours, so it had a few hours on there. Knock the revs off, lift that up, there we go. There's actually quite a process with this. Yeah, no, I'd done a load of custom hours on it. I think it was about 12,500, and obviously had to come and do a bit of maintenance to her. And that was alright, and it started up and carried on, so that was fine. And then I came to it again, and it wouldn't start back up. But I couldn't repair it, because I'd already repaired it, technically. So I have no idea what that was about, but yeah, that wasn't... I don't really understand that. So unfortunately, this girl's up back to 0 hours. So I suppose you could kind of say we did an engine swap. Maybe something like that, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah, I'm not sure what the crack with that was, but we've had to put it back down to 0 hours for the minute, which is a bit of a shame, but it doesn't matter. So that, yeah, is what it is for the minute. Not a lot I can do about it, but it's working. I didn't want to get rid of her. I don't know whether Farm Sim just isn't designed to go to that high hour, because obviously they're real hours depending on how you play the game, but to get to 12,500 is pretty impressive really. So I don't know, who knows, but we've got her working again and she's ploughing away nicely. We do have GPS, so bit of a cheat, but I've set up a hand throttle which works really well. So on my farm stick there's a little orange sort of dial, and I've set up the hand throttle to be on that dial, and it just works on as a little access, just like an on and off access. So if I switch it on, it just goes all the way on, and then if I switch it off, it just turns straight off, which is really nice actually. So that works real well. So get that on, lower that down, beautiful. So that, yeah, no, which works really well. So we're about 3/4 of the way through this field now. We're not too much left. Yeah, we're getting there. We'll get the headlands knocked off, and then we can start drilling. I really appreciate all the people that went and saw my vote I did for the FS25, because obviously with Oxygen David's Whitcoombe Park Farm coming out at some point, I'm super desperate to play it, and I've actually bought FS25. I've actually bought it. I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't like it. Honestly, I don't like it. I don't think it's that great. It's, yeah, I don't know, the lighting in it is crap. Everything's just super bright and over its, feels like the exposure's just, I don't know, it's overexposed. It's just, yeah, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. So I've kind of, staying with FS17 for the minute. I don't know, it just, there's some of it that's real cool. Lower that down, beauty. Some of it's really cool, and then yeah, some of it I just don't like. Like, why set up a game where you can actually bind a clutch, but there's no obvious neutral feature, there's no handbrake, the clutch doesn't really work as a clutch, it's just on or off, and you can't stall it, so there's no point in even having the clutch. So it's just, I don't know, I think for me personally it feels like a very rushed arcadey game, and they're just trying to appeal to a broad, you know, like a very wide demographic, which I understand. They're developers, you know, they make the game to make money, so I can't argue with that. It's a shame because, you know, playing this game with MR and Gearbox and the modded seasons and, you know, all that stuff, it's just unbeaten. Like, it just, for me personally, you know, playing on like this sort of map where it's custom, you name it, animations, scripts, sounds, colours, you name it, it's got custom, you know, whatever. It's just, it's a lot to beat, really. Oh, there we go, that was almost the wrong button. Yeah, it's a lot to beat, really, so unfortunately FS25 is not my cup of tea at the minute. It's getting, yeah, getting a bit of a thumbs down from me at the moment, but I'm very, very eager to see that being proven wrong when the Whitcoombe Park Farm comes out. I really hope that, I mean, from what I understand from watching people like Scroff's video, it looks unbelievable. So I don't know, who knows, I might play it and not like it, but I'm pretty eager to try it. Hope it might be slightly better than my short-lived FS22 video. I think I only did 3 or 4 episodes on that. Again, it just doesn't feel the same to me personally. It just doesn't feel the same as FS17. It's just like the colours, the physics. It's just unbeaten. Unbeaten. So yeah, we'll see how that pans out. Maybe I've just got. I've noticed that the guy that did more realistic, Jerome, I think, or someone, has done a version for FS25, which is very cool. And it does. Is that working? There you go. Hand throttle didn't come on. And it does give a kind of feel for MR. He's only done certain vehicles, which is kind of cool because then you can mod the XMLs to do your own vehicles if you wanted to. But the engines there is the main thing. So I downloaded, played with that a bit, and it's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's very cool, but it's not the same. It's not the same as this game. It's but that's okay. I do like, however, that the ploughing creates an actual furrow. So the actual ground, it modifies the ground, so you get an actual furrow, and then you know, an actual like dip, if you like, where the furrow meets. So then you can drive in furrow. So in furrow ploughing is really, really cool. Whereas this, obviously, the ground does have different formations, so if we drive over the ploughed ground, it is a little bit more bumpy, but it's, yeah, obviously you can't actually drive in furrow, so that's cool. I like that. Also, there's some couple of cool like 6930 John Deere's that mods that are really, really cool. So that, yeah, and they if you use the custom gearbox and power shift and you set up like your ranges up and down and your gears, it's actually quite cool to drive. That's actually pretty neat because you can actually go from like A to E, I think it is, and then you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4 throughout every gear, and you can actually set that up, and that actually works quite well. So if you've got manual and power shift gearboxes, then you're kind of winning. But once again, Giants is being held by the modding community. So yeah, it's, I don't know, I understand they've got a kind of, you know, they've got to have a real broad demographic. They can't have a niche market because, well, they're developers, you know. I do understand, but it's a shame. Yeah, it could have been better, but it doesn't matter. The lighting I can't understand. The lighting just, to me, completely baffles me. So, like, it looks good in it looks good in pictures, but playing the actual game, Like the fact, you know, like the grass in this now, looking at it, the trees, the hedges, it grows. It just, I don't know. There's something about it. Like the colours of it just look so great. All the wrong buttons as per usual. Yeah, there's something about this. It just feels so good. You know, like the colours are really, for me, they're really vibrant, and they feel great. Whereas in 25, I don't feel it. Like it feels dead. It feels arcadey. It doesn't, like this feels, you know, like there's a lovely blue sky, and the colours to the trees. I don't know. It just, yeah, I don't know. It's not for me. I'm not set on it. So hopefully it will change with time. There's a few features I'm pretty disappointed about, and I'm sure the modding community will slowly pick those up over time. But yeah, like not having a proper gearbox is gutting. Like there's a CVT add-on which does make it slightly better, and actually gives the feeling like the vehicle's got a bit of weight. Because that's the trouble. They just all feel like they're weightless. They just all feel super light. And that, yeah, it's, I don't know. Maybe I need to play with MR a bit more in 25. I don't know. There you go. And throttle down. Very nice. Speaking of MR, I actually think I'm using a non-MR version of this TW, which is not good. I think actually I can go vehicle. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, I thought there was a oh no, hold on. Maybe it's GS vehicle. No. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. Abort mission. For some reason our GPS wasn't on. I don't know if that was my fault. I'm not sure how I managed that. That was impressive. I must have accidentally clicked off of it. Right, let's try that again. Right, we're on. Yeah, I don't know how you get the vehicle debug up. Debug. Oh, debug. I don't think it is that. No, okay. That's alright, doesn't matter, ignore it. I can't remember how you get the vehicle debug menu up. And then it should tell me whether the vehicle's MR'd or not. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Right. I like the hand throttle though on this TW, or well generally it's a really nice feature. Again, gearbox mod carrying. But yeah, no, I played with it a bit in, I don't know, a while ago, and I didn't really get on with it, but for some reason it seems to be working really well. Uh-oh, come on. Uh-oh, hold on. I need to put the hand throttle on before I start ploughing. There we go. 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 I can't drop it down and then put the throttle on. Doesn't like that. But the plough is MR'd, so we've got some MR. Obviously it's probably not as good as it could be. Yeah, I didn't really register it. This is a 6-furrow plough. It's a big plough. I think this is 185 horsepower, I think. Or 86 to be specific, I think. It's something like that. We're getting there now, we're getting on the shorter runs. I think we definitely should have ploughed it the other way, but it doesn't matter. Probably shouldn't have ploughed it exactly on the old furrows either. I think that's bad to plough like on the same plough line. I think is bad. I think I probably should have changed the plough line. Oh well, doesn't matter. We can do it next year. Mm. Beautiful. Nice. I've been trying to mount my D-Lane clip camera further away, so because I've noticed I've got it not that close, but it's on top of my monitor, which is probably, I don't know, what is it, 2.5, maybe 3 foot away from me, maybe a bit like 2.5 foot away from me, and apparently the clip works up to like, I think it's something like 3 meters or something away. So I was trying to mount it further away, because the further away it is, obviously the more of the clip it can see. So it would, in theory, be able to pick more of the clip up, so I wouldn't, you know, look all the way this way and then it stops tracking like that because I'm out of the frame of the camera. So I think it's got quite a zoomed in lens. So I would imagine it doesn't pick up that much. It's not a wide angle, so it's yeah, I'd imagine it probably doesn't pick up masses. So I've been trying to clip it on and blue tack it to a wall, and it doesn't work very well just trying to clip it to a wall. So I've been trying to source something. But it does work, to be fair. I have actually moved my monitor back because I had it a bit closer before, and I've actually moved it a bit further away, and it has made it a bit better. But I actually like the head tracking at a fairly low sensitivity, so when I turn around it kind of feels like I'm actually stretching all the way to turn around. You know, like same for all my accesses, I actually have them at a fairly low sensitivity for what they could be, just because I like kind of actually stretching around to look. Yeah, we're getting on the tighter runs here. God, look at that turning circle. Nice. Alright, reverse back. I think we can put the GPS on reversing, we can. Put that forwards, get some throttle on her, lower it down. Beautiful. Yeah, also GPS on a TW35, probably not that realistic, but we put aftermarket GPS on her. She's no Green Star, but she's some sort of auto steer. Oh well. It's nice having it. It makes the work so much nicer because everything just looks perfectly straight. You don't have to worry about where you're going all the time. Which also, you know, because I can't actually put my wheel in a furrow, it can just steer wherever it likes. Lift that up. Should get away with 2 headlands, I would have thought. Yeah, I would have thought that would be okay. Haven't flipped the plough. Put her in forwards. Right, hand throttle. GPS. Come onto a straight run. Lower her down. It's quite a process, having the GPS, hand throttle and a lower. And you got to flip it over. 4 buttons. 4 buttons for my tiny little brain to try and work out. So in the last video I mentioned that I put a custom wheel on my G29, and I put a custom wheel on my G29 like, I don't know, like, how long ago? I must have done it. Hang on, where are we? 2026. I want to say I did it in 2021, so like 5 years ago. Yeah, probably 5 years ago. pretty realistic. And when I did it, I managed to not put the buttons back together properly, and I just thought they were broken, and I just kind of wrote it off as being, oh well, they're broken now. Anyway, I took it back apart. Turns out I just hadn't had the patience to sort it out properly. So, good old classic. Oh my god, my brain's gone dead. Good old classic low attention span me. Just kind of chucked it back together and thought, yeah, that'll do. And actually it didn't do. So that was poor on my behalf. So yeah, that was silly. But I'm pleased I took it back apart actually, because I cleaned it right up, and it actually is working a bit better. So it's worth doing actually. Taking it apart, cleaning it up a bit, because every now and then on the Logitech G Hub software, the access would just go a bit mad with the steering, and it's obviously some sort of dust getting in there. And yeah, no, I cleaned it out when I took it apart, and it's made it loads better. Got all the buttons working again, and it's loads better. So I'm really pleased I did that. It's made it a lot tidier, which is really, really nice as well, because I didn't use it for a long time. It probably got left in a loft for like, I don't know, 2 or even 3 years maybe. It just kind of got left. Shall I just reverse? I'll reverse up. There's a short, so it runs now. I'll just reverse. Yeah, it just kind of got left in a loft from where I didn't have a use for it. So, well, it kind of, didn't use it for a while. So it just kind of sat, collected dust. Like the pedals as well, I've taken apart and blown, because behind the pedals they just seem to collect dust and cobwebs and you name it. And then the accesses go a bit mad. So same thing, I took them apart, blew them out, and they literally work like they're brand new. So it's worth doing, because it, considering I spent £550 on my Hori, and that is crap out the box, and I got my Logitech G29 for a birthday back in, I think it was 2018 I got this Logitech, and still works an absolute treat now. And that was, how much did well, I didn't buy it, it was a birthday present, but how much are they worth? Like, I don't know, 200-300 quid or something, because I got the G29 with the 3 pedals and the shifter. So I got the whole whack, and yeah, that is, as I say, since 2018. The only problems I've had, turn the GPS off now. The only problems I've had is dust, I think. So yeah, no, pretty good really. Right, let's think about this a bit. So, oh dear, which way do we want the plough? I think we want it this way. Shut up, RPM too low. I think we want it this way. Do we want it? Oh god. I think the other way. No, because the land wheel wants to be inland, hence the name. And if it was on the other side, it would be technically off-land. So I think we want to plough it this way. Is that right? I think that's right. We're going to go with that. I'm pretty sure that's right. Let's lower that down. And stick to the edge. Get a nice straight run. I think that's right. That makes sense to me. So yeah, G29 for the win. Right, let's get to the edge of here, in the hedge a bit, my bad. I think we'll get away with 2 runs. Might have a little bit left over, but that's okay. Lower that back down. Should be okay. I think we're on the edge. Yeah, it's looking good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. So I hope you've also noticed that my quality of video has suddenly got a lot better. I really hope you've noticed that, because I suddenly realised that I had set up, I use OBS, and I'd set up OBS, oh, a bit of a curve there, that's not ideal. I'd suddenly realised I used OBS at 1080p 60 FPS, but my monitor is 2160 by 1440. So I got a 1440p monitor. So essentially I was downscaling my recording by, you know, playing in 1440 but recording in 1080p. So it was being downscaled. So it looked, well, it looked crap, and I couldn't work it out. I thought it was my PC, but my PC is not bad. I've got quite a decent PC. So I was like, what? And I was turning all the settings up to the absolute max on OBS, getting ridiculous size files, and I just couldn't work it out. Forgot to plough this last bit up. That's okay. We'll do the headland, and then I can finish that last little bit off camera. But I just couldn't work out why it was. And then I watched some hero, because all the videos I watch on it are just people being like, oh yeah, you want to record in 1080p 60 FPS, but what they don't tell you is you need to, you know, actually be playing, or you need to have a 1080p monitor to do that, and I have a better monitor than that. I have 1440p, so I didn't realise I was downscaling. So after I worked that out, it now looks a lot better, which I'm chuffed about. So yeah, now actually looks, well, how I look at it, which is really, really, really nice, because everything just looked blurred. I couldn't work it out, and I've now worked it out. So I've treated myself to an actual, well, a proper 500 gigabyte hard drive, because I've only got a terabyte SSD drive. So I bought quite a nice 500 gigabyte hard drive that I just use for my recordings, because the file size is fairly big. Like, I should imagine, you know, what this would be, a half an hour, 40-minute episode, and I don't know, it probably works out at, hang on, let me get this right, probably be like nearly a gigabyte a minute, so it'd be 30-40 gigabytes easily. Like the Oakfield Farm, the last harvest episode, that worked out at like 70 gigabytes of footage, like raw, unedited. So that, yeah, it's pretty heavy, and that wasn't even that high quality. But I have no problem with a larger file size if it's going to give me the quality. But I've now, got the dedicated hard drive, so all the footage just goes onto that hard drive, which is perfect. So then, I can just, well, everything just goes on there. I don't have to think about it. It doesn't clog up my hard drive. So just getting a bit organised with it, really, which is good. Right, I'm actually going to slow it down for this last bit. There we go. Just go down to like 6k here. Just get these headlands finished off. So yeah, treated myself to the to a nice hard drive, and then obviously treated myself to a custom G29 steering wheel, and then I bought an actual aluminium steel or aluminium. I think it's, I don't know, a metal. I'll just say metal. An actual metal adapter plate. So it's, I bought one before, and I bought a plastic 3D printed one because it's cheap. But you buy cheap, you buy twice, and sure enough, it's snapped. So I think we want to be the other way around. No we don't, no we don't, no we don't. No we don't, because the land wheel's on the inside. I think that's right. Oh, I don't know. We're going to risk it. I think this is right. So yeah, no, yeah. So I treated myself, and I've got got quite a nice setup. I know I seem to say that fairly regularly because I change my setup all the time. But I'll try and sell the Hori, which will then pay for the other bits. Hopefully, I'll never make the money back that I bought it for, but that's my own fault. Oh well. I'll probably get away with just going up here once this bit. Yeah, I won't go back for that tiny little bit. And then, yeah, probably twice along that headland, and then there's just that bit at the top that I haven't done into the hedge. Yeah, I won't go back up there. I'll just do this little piece here. Oh, into the hedge a bit. Sorry, girl. Okay. I would have thought that made sense, running the land wheel in the field. Because you run... Maybe that is wrong. Maybe I'm ploughing that wrong, actually. I'm just trying to work that out, because when you first start ploughing, you think the land wheel goes on the stubble, right? So technically... Yeah, technically this headland on my left-hand side is technically stubble, right? I think. I'm going to watch a video on it because I'm intrigued. I think I've got that right. I'm intrigued. I haven't done much ploughing in real life, so I'm a bit stunned by that. I've never ploughed a headland. I've ploughed some runs, but I've never ploughed a headland. So that is new to me. Right, we won't go round that corner. Lift her up. That'll do. Oh, it's really nice as well because I can use the clutch and brake, and the cruise control, well, because I'm not using it, it doesn't go off because it's just the revs. It just stays on. That's very cool. Very, very cool. I can't believe I'm playing with, well, to be fair, I have used hand throttle before, but as I said earlier, I never really quite got it to work that well. Well, I think I'll finish this runoff, and then this will be us done for the minute. That's a nice little ploughing episode, which we haven't done on this channel before, which is very cool. With GPS, so you could argue it's cheating, but it makes it look nicer. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thanks for appreciate the support on the last video. I'm really pleased you guys are enjoying it and looking forward to it and whatnot, because so am I. It's well, we're here, we're doing it now, but I have been really looking forward to this. It is good fun. It's a good map. It's a brilliant map. If you haven't been lucky enough to get your hands on it, I think he has already taken it back down. So I think, unfortunately, you have missed your chance if you haven't already got on there. Let's park this up somewhere, try and get a nice thumbnail. Someone with a nice backdrop. Somewhere maybe like that. Right, that'll do for the minute, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you have. As I say, I appreciate the support on the last one. I'm pleased to hear that you guys are looking forward to this as well, because so am I. Bit of ploughing with the old Ford, very, very cool. And in the next video, we will be drilling sugar beet for the first time. That's completely new to me as well. So I look forward to doing that, guys. Thanks for sticking around. See you in the next one. Cheerio.